What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to In the Shop TV. Last time I saw you guys, we dressed up the front of our engine with a nice new water pump. Well, it's the old water pump that we painted black, make it look like a nice new water pump anyway. We put our timing cover on, we changed our oil pump, did a couple other things in the front. Right now, I think what we're gonna wind up doing is taking the cab off the frame. That's our 55 Chevy truck. That's the last thing to come off. It's unbolted, it's ready to go. We're gonna build a little cart for it and put it off to the side. And then I wanna get the engine in the frame and start mocking up. We're gonna do an independent front suspension, and I need to have that engine ready to go in, as well as the transmission, which I don't have. So that's what we're gonna do today. We found 4L60E not too far from us. It's in Atlanta, we're in South Carolina. It's about a 2.5 hour ride. We're gonna go pick it up. It's really clean, got low miles on it, looks good. It's always a crapshoot, don't know for sure, but it looks good. I know the vehicle it came off of. But let's go take a ride and pick it up. All right, so here it is. We just got back. It's really clean, in my opinion. This is off of a 2002 Tahoe. I know some people will say 4L60Es are kind of weak and you shouldn't put them in a performance build. We're not putting this in a performance build. This is going to be a cruiser, guys. This car is going to go to car shows and you know, go get coffee and ice cream and stuff like that. So we're going to kind of baby it. We're not really, you know, I mean, maybe we'll spin the tires once in a while, but that's about it. So I'm not too worried about, you know, blowing this thing up. It's going to blow up. It's going to blow up regardless. We did check the fluid. It is still somewhat pink, starting to get a little bit dirty. It's not dark or chocolatey. There's no metal particles in it or gunk or anything like that. So what that indicates to me is that the fluid needs to be changed. I know some people believe that you shouldn't change fluid in these things. You should just leave it be as it is. But you know, when the guy took it out, he tilted it and a lot of the fluid fell out through the tail shaft anyway. So I mean, we got to add fluid to this regardless. So I'm of the belief that it should, you know, if it indicates that it needs clean fluid, then that's what we're going to do. So anyway, that's the story. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks great. We're going to do a couple things. The rear seal, it's not leaking or anything, but it comes with this little boot that's a little bit cracked here. You know, you don't have, the new seals don't have this boot unless it's from GM. You don't need the boot, but why not? I might as well put an original GM seal back in there. It is nice and dry, there's no leaks or anything like that, but while it's out and it's here right on the floor, easy access, we should change the seal. I'm definitely going to change the pan gasket, change the filter obviously. Torque converter, I'm not sure. This is going to be kind of a stock application for us. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I should roll with the stock converter or step it up just a little bit. I don't know. Why don't you guys leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. Should we up that converter just a touch? Maybe get a little more feeling of torque when we get going? I don't know. It's up for debate at this point. Let me know your thoughts. I think we're probably going to paint it too. That's going to be the biggest decision of this whole thing. What color? I don't know. What do you think? Black like the block over there? Or like cast aluminum like how it is and just kind of like make it look fresh and factory? I don't know. Well, we should do a poll. What do you guys think? Black trans, silver trans, purple trans? You want to get crazy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What color do you want to see that trans get painted? So back to our engine, the only thing we really need to do still on this is change the rear seal and the oil pan. Then of course we got to put an intake and our accessories and brackets on and all that, and then we got to do our steam tubes. That's not quite so important just yet. So I just kind of want to get the bottom, you know, part of it done. I want to change our seal and our pan, and then I think we'll bag it up and put it away. In the meantime, I went ahead and took the plugs out and inspected them. And since this has been in my shop here for about 3 weeks now, even though it's climate controlled and whatnot, I want to get some Marvel Mystery Oil down in those plug holes and just turn the engine over a couple times. I know. Everyone says it's a myth. You don't have to do that. That's kind of a old school train of thought. It's not going to hurt anything. At the worst case scenario, it won't do anything. But my method or my thinking is that the rings can tend to rust. Not the pistons themselves. I'm not worried about lubing the cylinder walls and none of that stuff. But the rings can rust and stick to the block, and I'm trying to prevent that. So what I'm going to do is just get like a straw or maybe a syringe, dip it down into the mystery oil bottle, and just, you know, put the finger over the straw and pop in the spark plug hole, and just put like, you know, a little bit, like a half a straw full down there, and then turn the engine over a couple times and see if we can just get everything nice and coated with mystery oil in there. Some people think that's snake oil. It might be. I think it's honestly probably just like lightweight oil that they put some red dye in and stuff like that. But it's not going to hurt. It can only help. And at worst case scenario, like I said, it won't do anything. So it gives me peace of mind mostly. All right, guys, I know this may look a little juvenile, but I assure you, this is really high-tech crap. All right. Super technical stuff here, guys. Taco Bell straw and Marvel Mystery Oil. You learned it here first. Alright, so we're just gonna grab a 24 mil. Where are you? I have a short one, so we'll use a deep and half-inch ratchet. Alright, so I'm going to loosely get these old plugs back in here. There we go. I'm not left-handed in case you can't tell, guys. That's much better. We've got one more, but no more in here. Where did it go? In the oil, of course. Well, let's go fishing. On the first try. All right, and it's time for the official parts washer. Perfect. All right, so we got a new oil pan on, new gasket. We put the rear cover on with the rear main seal. It was a little bit challenging only because it was bolted up to the stand and I had to, get a ratchet in there. Took the flywheel off to make things obviously easier. You can't get the cover off without the flywheel off. But I just turned the engine and I was able to use the impact to buzz the flywheel right off. They give you this kind of white little round piece that goes in the rear timing cover that helps you align it onto the crank. I did that and then I aligned the two corners. I flipped the engine over and I aligned the bottom of the cover with the bottom of the engine and I put a flat edge ruler on it and I made sure they were straight on both sides. So it's like a really straight plane along with the engine block. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get a really good seal. I did put 4 little dabs of RTV just where the front and rear covers meet the block. We put our gasket on over that, bolted our pan down, and followed the torque sequence. And it came out really, really good, so I'm happy with that. That was the last step in this engine before we bag it up and set it off to the side. We're gonna get ready to start working on our frame right now, and I'll show you what we got done with that so far. Let's move our new old transmission out of the way. Over here. Whoops, I'll put you over here in the corner for a while. There we go. So a little bit of a mess on the floor, but me and a buddy went ahead and removed the rear and the front end suspension all in one piece so that we can start working on our frame. I was really happy that I found someone to take these because it was either that or call the scrap guy. And I really, really wanted someone that was going to use these and make them kind of live on, if you will. So the guy that's come to take them, I guess his dad, he inherited a truck from his dad, same exact truck. And he is, his dad passed away. So he wants the truck to, live on in its original form. So he's looking for an original suspension for a 55 truck. I have an original suspension that's in pretty good shape for a 55 truck. And I just kept it all as complete as possible for him so that, it's just pretty much going to be a bolt to go for him. All right, so getting this engine wrapped up and this transmission ready to go has been a really huge milestone for us because now we can focus on this truck. That's done. We're ready to put it all away. I think it's still got to change the seal and the transmission and the pan and the gasket. A couple little things, but that's minor stuff. But the next video or the next part of this build is going to be officially, or what I consider officially, starting the build on the truck. Because yes, while I disassembled some stuff, I took all the body panels and put them aside. I took the cab off. starting from the ground up is really, I think, the beginning. So having the chassis in this form, we're gonna start stripping it down, cleaning it up. We're gonna do some custom suspension on it. It's gonna be a really cool project. So hope you guys come back and check us out. It's gonna be really fun. If you guys have questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll get to every one of your questions if you leave them. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be good.